there also we can suggest this, because like all those customer related stuffs are internet faced. For example, if customer is running an app and you are installing the app in your mobile and connecting to the customer, those are called edge computing. Okay, so these are the requirements which may come from the customer, okay, to the architect. So I'm just given some examples. It doesn't mean that only these examples will be applicable. Some requirements are given as example for your understanding. If any one of the requirements comes to the architect, then he has to work on this part and he has to deliver some design document to the customers by understanding the requirement. Okay. So based on the requirements, he had to design the proposal called high level design document. When we say high level design document, you know the requirement from the customer, how many VMs we need to place and how many database servers it's going to come, what is the mail server the customer is going to use, what is the identity source, like identity manager means what kind of authentication source they're going to use. Are they going to use Active Directory? Are they going to use open source LDAP? Okay, so based on that, architect will do a high level design document. It will look like this. Okay, now architect has a complete understanding of the requirement of the customer. So based on the discussion, he will select the products. For example, if I want to select an software for monitoring, he may go for SolarWinds, like which is cost effective. And for backup, he may go for VAM backup. Then, like for validating the VMware environment health check, he can go for Skyline Collector. Okay, and then the normal components in VxRail like vCenter, VxRail Manager. Then if you want to monitor the environment, you can go for VROps along with SolarWinds. SolarWinds will be used for Linux, Windows monitoring, and here VROps can be used to monitor the complete vSphere environment. And Active Directory, it's for authentication. And we need an NTP server for the complete environment. And also this vRealize login set, the centralized login set server. Okay, so when the architect like involved in design, he need to consider all these stuffs. So as of now, this design document contains only the designing of the management infrastructure. All this comes under the management infrastructure, how we are going to deploy the environment. After planning this, the architect will produce a design document for installing the customer applications, customer application related VMs. Okay, so this is the initial document the architect will create. Here he also included the network related stuffs as well, like spine switch, leaf switch, and then how it is going to connect to your VxRail appliance and what kind of data store we are going to use. And also virtual switch perspective, are you going to use a standard switch or distributed switch? So all these stuffs, like he has to cover, and then he had to create. This is an example reference topology, like design document. So based on this, the architect will, will prepare a detailed document, and all those explanation for this design document will be there in the HLD, which is called as high level design document. Okay, so first is understand the business requirement of the customer, then create a proposal. So based on this proposal, the customer will consider the cost for implementing this, and they will select, okay, if VAM backup cost is very high, they will reject this. They will ask for alternative. Please go and get an alternative because the cost is very high. It is not in our budget. Then the architect again, he has to revise it, and then he has to suggest a few more backup options where the cost is very low when comparing with VAM. The same way, if the monitoring tool cost is high, the customer might ask you, like this is high, this is not in our budget, so please revise and then let us know. Okay, so that is how like you need to choose the products. Any doubts on this high level design proposal document? This is an example document. Okay.
No.
Okay. So next thing is like workload sizing network requirements. So once this proposal is accepted by the customer, then you need to calculate the workload sizing. Workload sizing means like how many VMs you're going to deploy and how many number of servers you required, what is the storage capacity required, because we need to do all the sizing, right? To do that,
Right.
the architect has to work on the workload sizing options. It's not only for network, it has to apply for the VM, storage, backup, for all those steps. He has to working on the sizing network requirement. So we just left with one more session. We'll connect in the next session. Okay. Just connect
Okay.
after 5 minutes. Okay.
All right, sure.
Yeah, thanks.
This intensive, hands-on training program is designed to provide comprehensive knowledge and practical experience with VMware VxRail. The course focuses on the deployment, configuration, management, and troubleshooting of VxRail components, enabling participants to confidently build and operate a modern, integrated hyper-converged infrastructure. The training consists of 40 learning hours, and we offer two flexible options to suit your schedule: a 5-day fast track for those who want to complete the course quickly, or a 1-month regular track for a more paced approach. We also offer flexible timings based on individual availability to ensure the best learning experience. This training is delivered entirely online, so you can join from anywhere with ease. For any inquiries or to enroll, please contact us at 93619136611. And finally, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, SMS Tech Desk, for more tech tutorials, updates, and training content. We look forward to learning with you.